Hello everyone, I am Sam Talk, Director of Engineering. Welcome to this information session aimed at informing you about how to protect your home from heavy rainfall. This session will cover, among other topics, the purpose and function of a backwater valve. This presentation will cover separate sewer systems, backflow water valves, home drainage systems including foundation drain, sump pump, gutter systems, lot design, and then we'll get to the conclusion. The presentation is also a complement to the pamphlet created by the town of Kirkland, distributed to the community. Copies are available at City Hall for any resident who has not received one. As a preamble, we would like to remind you that each home is unique with its own installations. We hope this presentation will guide and inform you, and we want to emphasize that the best way to ensure your system is properly designed is to consult a certified plumber. Please note that there will be a link on the city's website to submit your questions regarding the presentation. So what is separate sewer systems? Unlike the combined systems often found on the island of Montreal, the City of Kirkland has two distinct networks. The first network is the sanitary sewer system, which manages all wastewater. What is wastewater? It includes all the water that comes from your kitchen, bathroom, or laundry facilities. Any used water that leaves your home passes through one of two pipes connected to your property, which then drain into the city's sanitary sewer system. The second network is the stormwater system. This network has two main functions. The first is to drain rainwater that flows into the street towards the catch basins located on either side of the roadway. The second function is to capture water around the foundations of your home via the French drain, which we will discuss in more detail during this presentation. The French drain surrounds your foundation, runs into your property, and then connects to the second pipe leading to the city's stormwater network. I will now turn it over to my colleague, Bruno Posa, Director of Public Works, to show you what a cleanout looks like inside your residence.
Your connection might look like this inside your basement in front of your house. So those caps are cleaned out to have access to the municipal network in case of problems. So you could pass a camera in case if something is wrong. Perhaps this is not a backwater valve.
First off, there are two types of valves, the normally open and the normally closed valve. It's important to ensure that the valves are always accessible from inside your home. Therefore, if there is a floor above, an opening should be created to allow access. For example, in the image on the right, we see a normally closed valve in a basement. In the top image, the valve is protected by a removable door, and when that door is open, the valve cover is visible. This valve needs to be maintained, and I will now let Bruno explain how to do that.
Maintenance for a backwater valve, you do the maintenance once a year. Usually the better month is in May or June. So in 8th step, how do we do the maintenance? First, you remove the trap axis. Where is your slab? Then you're gonna find a cap that you're gonna unscrew. When you unscrew the cap, you need to take the door and make sure that the seal around it, it's clean and it's properly tight. After that one is going to be clean. Then you need to clean around the hinge and all the debris around the door. After that, you just re-put the door in, make sure that it's real set up as it shows, and then you need to take back the cap on and you twist the cap until it's tight, and then make sure to do a quarter of a turn so like that the seal will be tight enough.
As we mentioned, we will present the two most common types of backwater valves, starting with the one called normally closed. As the name suggests, when at rest, the valve is closed, meaning it is in the vertical position, as illustrated in the image on the left. When one of the household appliances is used, such as the toilet, the valve door easily pivots on its hinges, allowing water to flow freely. In the event of negative pressure, or when water tries to flow back into the house, as shown in the image on the right, the force will keep the valve door closed, creating a seal that prevents water from entering your home. Bruno will now demonstrate how the normally closed valve operates.
The plumbing code specifies the way to do the connection. Here we have the main connection into your basement underneath the slab, and there's some secondary line that need to be protected. In case you have secondary line, the code specifies to put a normally closed backwater valve. You need to be careful because you might have more than one secondary line that's gonna go through your basement. So it's important to deal with a plumber so he could identify every secondary line that need to be protected.
The second model is commonly referred to as the normally open. As the name suggests, when at rest, the valve is open, meaning it is in a horizontal position, allowing water to flow freely at all times, as illustrated in the image on the left. In the event of negative pressure, when the water tries to flow back into the house, as shown in the image on the right, the force will close the valve door, creating a seal that prevents water from entering your home. Again, Bruno will now demonstrate how the normally open valve operates.
Another way to protect yourself is to have a backwater valve on the main line. The difference between the other backwater valve is this one stays normally open. Which one is better? Well, you need to look with your plumber. It might be better this setup in your basement instead to have different secondary line protected with a normally closed backwater valve. Also, the maintenance for that type of backwater valve, you need to unscrew your cap as it shows, and then you do the same maintenance as we show in the video before to clean everything around, and you put back again your cap and you screw it.
At this point in the presentation, we'll have a look at home drainage systems. These are suggestions and best practices that you can implement around your property to enhance your protection against heavy rainfall. We'll have a look at foundation drains, sump pumps, gutter systems, and lot design, which includes landscaping around your property. First, let's take a closer look at foundation drains, commonly known as French drains. What is a French drain? A French drain is typically a perforated pipe with a diameter of 4 inches installed around the perimeter of your home at the base of your foundation, approximately 4 to 6 feet below ground level. The purpose of the French drain is to collect water that seeps into the soil and divert it away from the foundation. The French drain enters your home and then connects to the stormwater pipe, which drains into the city's system. I'll now turn it over to my colleague Bruno to explain the plumbing code's requirements for best installation practices for French drains and sump pumps.
The plumbing code requires you to bring your French drain inside your house. So this setup is as it shows on the plumbing code. So you will have your French drain, you will have your running trap, and then you will have a clean out access. So you could pass a camera later on to do the inspection for your French drain. After that, the code requires you to have a backwater valve and another clean out. So the clean out will still remain to do the inspection between your pipe and the city connection. The code requires you to put your backwater valve so it could block the water when it's come back in a big rain to flood your French drain and submerge your soil outside your house. If you have your soil submerged with water outside, it could try to go into your crack of your wall, or it could go underneath the slab, so you could have a potential water damage into your house. Another method in the code that is specified is to bring your French drain inside the pit. Then it would go naturally by the storm pipe through the city connection. As I show over here, you still have a backwater valve normally closed into your pipe. When the water is going to come back, in case of flood, the door will close. Then you will have another system that is a pump that would take the water and bring it out outside your house, or you could do a connection inside your pipe. This will prevent the flood around your house and make sure that your French drain work properly. You need to have another sources for your system. In that case, this pump is electric, so you need to have a generator to make sure it in a power outage it will still work, or you could put also a battery pump.
As presented by Bruno regarding sump pumps, here is a schematic diagram illustrating the type of sump pump that was presented to you. Let's move on to gutter systems, which play an important role in managing rainwater. One key point to remember is that water from the gutters should not be directed into your French drain. On the right, we see an example of a gutter that is connected directly to a French drain. Some gutters are sometimes designed this way, and it should be avoided. Rainwater from your gutter should be directed towards vegetation and at least 1.5 meters away from the foundation, as demonstrated in the image on the left. For lot design and landscaping, we want to encourage a natural design that includes green spaces, flower beds, shrubs, and trees. This type of more natural surface will allow for better absorption of rainwater, unlike mineral and impermeable surfaces, such as concrete, asphalt, or unistone, which allow for virtually no infiltration. It is also important that your land has a slope directed towards the street. Ensure that there is no slope directed towards your foundation, as this could lead to water accumulation around your home and unnecessarily overload your French drains. If you have any of the following questions, we recommend contacting a plumber who is a member of the CMMTQ. Unfortunately, the city cannot recommend a plumber, but you can visit the CMMTQ website to access the directory of certified plumbers. To do this, we will guide you through the process of finding the online list. Start by going to google.ca or google.com and type CMMTQ in the search bar. Click Search. The first option that you will see is CMMTQ, which stands for Coopération des Maîtres Mécaniciens en Tuyauterie du Québec. Select this option. It will bring you to the CMMTQ website, which you will notice is only in French. However, if you go to the top right corner, you will see Répertoire des membres. If you click on that option, it'll open up another window which allows you to select your region. Select Montréal West in the bottom right or Montreal West. Next, on that bottom of that page, you'll see Spécialité or Specialty. Click on Plomberie and click Rechercher. This will give you a listing of all plumbers that are certified CMMTQ in the area of the West Island. In conclusion, we hope this presentation has helped you better understand how to protect your property from heavy rainfalls. On behalf of our entire team, we thank you for your attention.